Last week, you and some like-minded tech analysts were down on Tesla. Walk us through. Is this simply because you think this is an overvalued battery company?
Well, I think, first of all, it's an overpriced car company. And one of the more interesting things about Tesla is now comparing it to other car companies. And in September, we think that BMW, which is a little company in Germany, sold just about as many electric cars in the U.S. as Tesla did, about 2,000. The
Really?
i8,
Wow.
the i8.
See, do you even think that?
Yeah. No, I've actually driven the i8.
Yeah, and
but
so...
But it doesn't even... Matt Miller, do you think people are aware of that? You're a car guy.
I do. Well, I think you have to look at it more as an i3 story, because the i8, while it is an amazing car, didn't sell nearly as many units as the i3, which is a smaller and cheaper one. But no, I didn't know. Actually, Jim told me in the green room, and I was surprised.
And in fact, BMW, there are press reports that BMW is claiming that almost their entire fleet will be electric by 2025. Well, of course. So what Tesla had as an innovation and a head start in this market, other companies are now catching up to. And they have to become a car manufacturer. And becoming a car manufacturer is a lot more difficult than becoming a high-tech darling. And that's the reality here, is that returns are relatively low in the car business. It's very capital intensive. You need huge networks. And all these things, when you're selling 50,000 cars a year, they're all sort of bells and whistles. When you're going to sell 500,000 to 2 million a year, they're essential.
Yeah, you've been the first one to say it's a good automobile, actually.
Yeah.
You're not criticizing the product.
No, by all accounts, it's a great product.
And I've always wondered, it looks like BMW wouldn't be a buyer, but I always wondered whether really the play here is for them to build up a pretty good IP, patented protection, and then sell it to Ford or GM or somebody that needs to get in the electric business.
Except that the problem is most of their technology is other people's. The battery technology is Panasonic's. And you know, all you have to do is read their 10K to find that out. And so, again, they've sold the sizzle here and not the steak. And if you look at Tesla's market cap, it's about half BMW's. But BMW sells 2 million cars a year, and Tesla sells 50,000.
Then are you short Tesla?
Well, again, I'm a potential purchaser, Stephanie, so...
All right, well,
we'll leave it at that.
Make it a bit bigger then. We learned in August you were short SolarCity.
We are short SolarCity.
Then let's just talk about Elon Musk. Is it Elon Musk that you're short?
No, I think Elon Musk's certainly, his name has added something to the valuation of both those companies. But at the end of the day, as we talked about earlier on Glencore, it's not about personalities, it's about the business model. And SolarCity, we joke, is akin to that old movie Tin Men with Danny DeVito. They're selling aluminum siding door to door. I mean, SolarCity is basically leasing you solar panels if you're a residential customer at what we think is an uneconomic deal.
Okay, but that doesn't make them subprime. You've compared this to a subprime finance company.
Yes.
The subprime market is a lot different than guys knocking door to door saying, can I sell you a solar panel?
Well, not really, because
Why?
At the end of the day, they're taking credit. They're taking consumers' credit.
And they're long-term deals, right?
They're 20-year deals.
Yeah.
And the deal is dependent for SolarCity on the back end. And that's the interesting part. In addition, SolarCity finances itself, its bonds yield around 8%. And that is certainly junk credit. So they have a portfolio that we think is yielding about 7% on the leases. And they're financing themselves at rates higher than that.
But is this specific to SolarCity, or are you there with green tech more generally? Because there's a lot of talk about green tech, including in China with investments in green tech as growth.
We're bullish on installation of solar. We think that's just going to continue, and costs are going to come down. All the more reason to be bearish on the residential installers. Because, again, they're selling you power, in SolarCity's case, at 17 cents a kilowatt hour. The average power bill in the United States residentially is 12.8 cents, and it hasn't grown. And so they've got to get that rate down. Solar is slightly more competitive than the utilities in California for SolarCity, but it's not cheaper than other solar providers, and that's the crux. Other solar providers can get it to you cheaper than residentially leasing it from SolarCity.
Matt, you want to chime in?
Well, I was talking with Jim in the green room earlier about how amazing I thought the price to sales ratio was for Tesla, because this is a company with a $30 billion market cap, and it makes 50,000 cars a year. Ford has a $60 billion market cap, and it makes 10 million cars a year.
But valuation is the issue.
Yeah,
it's not
the valuation.
product.
But SolarCity is even more amazing, and I have it on my terminal if you want to check it out. In green is SolarCity. I probably should have put it above. Here's Tesla, 7.5 times sales is what it's worth. SolarCity is worth 15.5 times sales. So the valuation there is even higher. Obviously, the shorts are already very active in Tesla. I wonder if the opportunity is even richer in SolarCity.
And Jim, you got to tell me, again, a purchaser. I'm not that smart. Are you short Tesla?
Well, again, we haven't disclosed.
Don't again me.
We haven't disclosed our position officially in Tesla. Let's just say I'm not very positive on the company, and we'll leave it at that.
All right, he's not very positive on the company. Do you want to be short Volkswagen here?
No, we don't want to be short Volkswagen.
No, don't want to touch it?
No, if anything, I think we'd be looking at Volkswagen on the long side, but we have not invested in Volkswagen.
Really?
I think they'll survive.